Hey guys, Furum here, and today I'm going to be testing the Ares S1 at Golden Max in Asphalt 9 Go Slipstream multiplayer. Please consider subscribing if you have not already, and be sure to check out my Furum Clips channel, Furum TV channel, and Purple Team Discord. Links to all those will be down in the description, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So the Ares S1 is a somewhat high-end C-Class car, with its best stat definitely being its acceleration, one of the best in the game actually, at above 89. Its handling and NITRO are also very good as well. Now, what holds this car back is the top speed. It only goes around 198, 199 miles per hour. It doesn't even crack the 200 mark, as far as I am aware, on the ground at the very least. And because of that, it kind of falls behind most of the other higher-end C-Class cars. Like, I don't even think this can beat the 599XX, and it loses by like a second or two on many tracks. So it's not a king of C-Class. However, I will say, just based on me driving it, and these races were from a while back, more from around the time the car first came out, but I figured, you know, this was a good time to upload the video since the Grand Prix just came around. Anyway, had a lot of fun driving it. It's probably one of the better C-Class cars for multiplayer in particular because of that amazing acceleration, very good handling and nitro and everything like that. And in multiplayer, while top speed obviously is still important, it's not as vital as it is in, say, events or, you know, time trials or stuff like that you can just try over and over. Multiplayer, you cannot. Since I did not get this car in its first Grand Prix, I was going to try to go for it in its second Grand Prix. I got into tier 4, I believe, and I do not think there were any other sandbaggers in my lobby. Played the first couple of rounds, got top 1, and then I I kind of forgot about it for a week and just didn't play any of the rest of the rounds. So unfortunately, I ended up coming in 6th and didn't get the car. Yeah, I had a lot going on this past week. In particular, I've begun going to the gym more, so working on a bit of my personal life a bit. But unfortunately, Asphalt fell by the wayside a bit last week. Did not end up getting this car. Kind of a bummer. Would have loved to, but you know, the Grand Prix will come back again at some point. I'm not too worried about it. And since it's not a king, it's not like one I had to get either. So if you may be wondering why I did not end up getting it after I thought I was going to, that is the reason why. I also have been playing a decent amount of the new Forza Motorsport game recently, or Forza Motorsport 8, even though it doesn't actually have the 8 in the title. I guess it's supposed to be a reboot of the series. Anyway, that came out a couple of weeks ago. Recorded a session with some of the Purple Team Forza guys this past Friday in the GT500, as you hopefully would expect at this point from a new game for me, and I plan to upload it fairly soon. The game overall is a lot of fun. This is the first motorsport game that I've played. The first Forza game in general that I played was Horizon 4, and then I played Horizon 3 and Horizon 5, but never any of the motorsport games. So this is my first foray into, I guess, the sim side of racing. The only one I played before was Real Racing 3, but that was a long time ago, and it was on mobile too. So my first PC, I guess, simulation sort of racing game. And I've been enjoying it a lot. The cars feel fun to drive. The only real downside I've found so far is that unlike Horizon, where you can just apply whatever upgrades you want right away as long as you have enough credits, in this game, you have to level your car up, and the only way you can do that is by playing in it over and over and over again to unlock different upgrades like drivetrain, etc. I'll talk a bit more about that in the video itself, but that's really the one negative I have. The game looks great since I believe it uses real ray tracing now, whereas the other Forza games didn't, even Horizon 5 in the, you know, the main world and everything like that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having that kind of video up soon. Also, may act as like my initial review of the motorsport game. But don't want to talk too much about that for now. I do want to talk more about the Ares and how it performed in this season a while back. And I mean, not really a ton to complain about. Obviously, it's going to perform better on tracks like Rome that you can see here, or Caribbean, or tracks like that are just more geared toward these kinds of cars. You're not going to do well against something like the Aranera, another C-Class car, and Himalayas, for example, but on, I don't know, the Caribbean or probably Tuscany or many of the newer release tracks in the game, it's going to do perfectly fine, and I really did not have a ton of issues with it at all. It's a very reliable car. I did not have a ton of physics issues with it either that I can recall, And because of that, it was just enjoyable, and why I will definitely be going for it again whenever the Grand Prix comes back, and I hopefully don't forget to play some rounds this time. There's also a new special event for the new Rimac Concept S, which I will be seeing how far I can get in, and there's a special event for the Aperta. I believe it's a rerun. I'm not sure if it's different than the one from before, but I already have that car at 6 stars, so that one's not going to be super useful to me. We'll still play it though for the rewards and stuff. Along with these new events comes the second season of the first 3-season update I believe that we've ever had. And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this not also the first time that we've had the same car be the Legend Pass exclusive in 2 different seasons? Maybe that's a little bit cheating to say, since New Tech Reloaded, they're supposed to be like 2 halves of the same season. But if you're getting blueprints for the car twice, maybe they've reduced them. I don't know, since I don't have the Legend Pass. But if you're getting blueprints for the car twice, maybe it's a way that you could star the car up more. Now, the thing is, it doesn't really help in the sense of cost, because you still do have to pay for each Legend Pass, so it's not like you're getting more blueprints for less cost. You're just able to, I guess, star the car more up than you might be able to normally if it was just one car in one season, which I guess could be cool, but I don't think it's worth the extra cost of having 3 seasons in one update, and I hope that Gameloft does not continue to do this in the future. Also guys, completely random piece of information, but finally, tomorrow, I will be able to see my most probably excited for movie of the year, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Even though I never played any of the games, you know, I always watched the playthroughs on YouTube and everything like that, so I'm super excited for it. First reviews haven't been amazing, mostly from critics, but most of the fans seem to have loved it, so it's probably going to be another situation for the Mario movie there. It's probably going to have a critic score in the 30s or 40s and an audience score in the 70s or 80s, if I had to make a prediction. I'm expecting it to be pretty good though for most people. I don't know. Let me know if you guys are excited for that, if you'd be interested in seeing it, or maybe a review of it on my Furum TV channel. I don't know. Just let me know down in the comments below. But now we are into our final race of the video, and it's time for me to give my general review of the Ares S1. And I've talked a bit about how I think it performs before, but as we can see in this race, I'm keeping up fairly well with a lot of these cars that are faster. But the Ares S1 does have better acceleration and drifting in a lot of cases than these cars, and we're of course on a track, Auckland, which is much more attuned to a car like the Ares S1. So what I will say is, it's not going to be the most amazing C-Class car for events for sure, and even in multiplayer on some tracks it won't be, but if you get just the right selection of tracks, it is going to do very well. And I think this is a very worthwhile car to go for in the Grand Prix if you don't have to spend a ton of tokens on it. And we're having a pretty close battle with a couple of tech rules in this race, which go like 35 miles per hour faster than me, so that right there should tell you something. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you have enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more Asphalt, Forza, Minecraft, and other games content. And I will see you in my next video, or possibly live stream. Goodbye.